Hello everyone, this is our weekly reading and let's get started. So first up, what we've got going on the onset of the week is ghost regret. Oops, messing up my little setup here. Ghost and regrets. So many of us this week will be haunted by ghosts and regrets, and it's a time to let them go. Okay. It's, time to step away from what was so you can move into your new beginnings. What's done is done and it's time to move on. This could be related to anything to do with relationships, work issues, political, fronts, issues, anything and everything where you're having some regrets about how things have come about. It's time to just, let them go. So some of us are on the other side of that. This could be a card signifying that we are, in fact, letting go of regrets this week and moving on. While for others, this is a call that if you're still in the area of regret and being haunted by ghosts, it is now time to move into a different place. But guess what? What card jumped was forgiveness. This is the tool card. This is what we will be working with this week. It says reducing burden. So of course this card jumped with the ghost regret card, right? So think about who it is that could be forgiven. This also could include yourself. And when we hold grudges and regrets, that negative energy, is something that sits with us and it turns toxic. It's time to release it so we can move on. And for many of you this week, you will be moving on. You will have the energy of forgiveness in your heart. Again, whether it's dealing with something on the more global, societal level to something as interpersonal as your relationship with your partner, there is forgiveness at hand. And so those regrets, those ghosts, those things that were nagging you from maybe last week or the weeks or months or years prior with your ghosts, you will be able to forgive yourself for what you did and did not do in the situation. And you will be able to start to forgive others for their part in the situation. It's important for all of us, including myself. And then we have at the end of the week, we have trick or treat, mischief and play. Yay. So this is a time to have some fun. Some of us may be going to happy hours. Some of us may be going away parties while others are going to birthday parties and celebrations. And still others, maybe going to housewarmings or planning events for later on in the month, just doing things that really feel good and heart-centered and home-centered. And you are in a happier place than where you were at the start of the week, which is great. So this is going to be a good time to just let loose, have some fun at the end of the week, and not take everything so seriously. You've done some big strides in the beginning of the week, so it's good to see that a little bit of fun and mischief and play will be coming in to the fold. Okay, and some additional cards that I threw was I Won't Cry for You, which I thought was interesting. I'm going to read from the guidebooks or excerpts from the guidebook on this card and it's so funny how the cards all seem to speak to one another. Sometimes when a relationship is over, closure feels like it needs to be created, but sometimes it's just not found and you can't have it. So you have to create it where it was not given, if that makes any sense. And that could be with any situation. Somehow you have to bring a sense of closure and finality for yourself. And that could be difficult for some of us, but you have to do it and you have to be in a place of forgiveness so you can move on and move towards some solutions about the situation. So how to ensure that with regrets, even with relationships. Let's read from the guidebook. Let's see, 22. All right. I'm going to read a little sentence it has here. It says, I gave you my last. I shed my last tear for you. It's a time not to let you free, but to let myself free. And then the going dark. Breaking up can only be done by two persons. One will do it earlier, maybe, but sooner or later the other will follow. One can afford to do it with words and actions. The other probably will only be able to do inside his or her own heart. It's painful, it's definite, it's hard, it's sometimes necessary. Breaking up is not just letting go of a person. You are letting go of a part of yourself, of hopes and dreams and trust. You let go of feelings and memories. You let go of the emptiness you felt and the connection you relied on to. Anger will help you at the beginning, but the last part of the road can't be done by just anger. Closure comes when you dry up your tears. It is a gorgeous moment when you allow yourself to frankly don't give a damn about it. All that was past is not a credit or a debt. It is just suddenly no more than a gift. You can raise your chin. After all, tomorrow is another day. So that could be speaking to some people with their, interpersonal issues going on with this situation. And then the last card, we have Perchance to Dream, which I thought was an interesting card, right? Because it looks like this person is like, I don't know, getting baptized or something. But what I took from it is sometimes all we can do is just surrender and let go. And, that phrase, that catchphrase, let go and let God, sometimes you just have to let go, surrender to what is, because you know what? You've been fighting and railing against it. Go with it and see what other solutions bubble up to the surface. What else can come up? Now that you've fought and railed, you will have more regrets if you continue to fight and rail against the situation. Let's come up with something new. All right. And I think a stone to use this week is rose quartz. I have some right here, and here's my rose quartz pillar here. But definitely grab your rose quartz and pull it out when you start to feel tugs or pains of guilt or regret or sadness, and when you start to struggle with forgiveness, okay? All right, my dears, much love, many blessings. Have a very blessed week. Bye.